Good morning. We're going to talk about the way students chronicled their experiences of COVID in writing and art classes in ways that demonstrated high-impact practices. We're looking at the writing and art created by 350 students from 2021 to 2022, and we're going to look at those experiences through their voices and through their eyes. It was clear that their work cohered under the category high-impact practices, identified in 2008 by George Q. as specific practices that profoundly impact the commitment and the achievement of all students. And what is unique about our work here is that students are not the objects of the study, they are the story. And here are the categories of high-impact practices in operation here in our student work. And it's clear that the connecting threads among all these practices are critical thinking and building community, and that's what our examples will show.
For this high-impact project, my students created an installation sculpture inside a miniature keychain viewfinder. Installation works are often marked by their immersive quality and large physical scale, and viewers, in fact, often relate to installations physically with their whole selves. So shifting the scale on it became a relevant and interesting activity. Further, shifting the scale for this project effectively mirrored the shift of the pandemic. What was once immersive became very small indeed. My students, through this project, reflected on that shift in scale. While the pandemic had devastating impacts, for some, it also created opportunities for growth, from noticing and appreciating the natural world to healing themselves in deep and significant ways.
Here are some examples of online writing forums. Students told us that they valued above all a safe place to share their stories and their points of view, but they also emphasized their awareness of building a unique community together. They have a wonderful way of showing indifference to public stories and discourses that don't represent them. Here they were asked to tell about their experience. And in this situation, they just carried on. They would speak their piece and try to come to some meaning together.
Students in English Composition 2 come from all walks of life. They range from high school students who are dual enrolled to career professionals returning to college. In this course, students were assigned to groups of 3 to 4 students and tasked with engaging in conversation on how COVID affected entertainment. As they met and discussed their views, they found themselves discussing beyond entertainment and the role it played during the pandemic and began looking inward at themselves. The groups realized they shared experiences outside of the classroom and had similar responses to what they encountered and how they began to view the world around them. Their writing evolved from simply being about entertainment to including how others were affected by the pandemic. Through these conversations, their view of the world became greater, and their stories reflected the meaningful conversations they created.
When we asked them what kind of community they would like to build together, they all spoke of learning from their diversity, respecting their equality, and working in cooperation. This is a partial list of the changes and the gains they see in themselves as a result of their work. A key note here is the one that says it's like a stone was lifted, because time after time we hear that kind of sentiment from them about their working together in these forums. We show here how important it is to listen to what students themselves say about their work and their stories. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation.